Welcome to our Pharma Topics channel. Welcome to the 15th series of study material related to Food Safety Officer exam preparation. In this video, we are going to see about Codex Alimentarius Commission, JECFA, GEMRA, JMPR, WTO, that is World Trade Organization, and then we are going to see about SPS and TBT agreements. First, let us see about Codex Alimentarius Commission. It was the foundation of Food and Agricultural Organization of United Nations (FAO) in the year 1945. Then WHO was formed in the year 1948. Then there was a joint venture between FAO and WHO expert meetings in 1950. In 1954, it created a Codex Alimentarius Europaeus, and in 1961, 11th FAO conference decides to establish a Codex Alimentarius Commission. So in 1963, the inaugural meeting of Codex Alimentarius Commission held in Rome. Codex Alimentarius that is derived from Codex Alimentarius Austricus. The Codex Alimentarius is a collection of internationally recognized standards, codes of practice, guidelines, and other recommendations related to foods, food production, and food safety. Currently, the CAC has 189 Codex members, made up of 188 member countries and one member organization, that is European Union. The Codex Alimentarius is published in 6 languages of United Nations: Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Spanish, and Russian. It has includes commodities in the Codex, which includes cereals, pulses, vegetable proteins, fats, oils, fishery products, fresh fruits, vegetables, quick frozen fruits, milk products, sugars, cocoa products, chocolate, and other miscellaneous products. It has two set of committees. So one is a general subject committee, which has a food additive committee, contaminants in foods committee, committee on food hygiene, committee on food labeling, committee on methods of analysis and sampling, and committee on nutrition and foods for special dietary uses. The another committee is a commodity committee. It includes a committee on fats and oils, committee on fish and fishery products, committee on fresh fruits and vegetables, committee on milk and milk products, and committee on processed fruits and vegetables. The Uruguay Round Agreements on application of sanitary and phytosanitary measures and technical barriers to trade, that is SPS and TBT agreements, both encourage the international harmonization of food standards. The advisory mechanisms are of 3 kinds. One is JECFA, GEMRA, and JMPR. The JECFA is a joint FAO-WHO expert committee on food additives. It has a meeting in 1956 initially to evaluate the safety of food additives. Its work includes evaluation of contaminants, naturally occurring toxicants, and residues of veterinary drugs in the food. The FAO-WHO conference on food additives held in Geneva, Switzerland in 1955, and it was recommended to form an expert committee, and that because of that, the JECFA was formed. 2016 marks the 60th anniversary of JECFA. JECFA serves as an independent scientific expert committee. It works along with the CAC, and it has subcommittees such as Committee on Food Additives, Codex Committee on Contaminants in Food, Codex Committee on Residues of Veterinary Drugs in Food. Contaminants and naturally occurring toxicants, levels responding to tolerable intakes such as provisional maximum tolerable daily intake (PMTDI) or the provisional tolerable weekly intake (P2WI) are normally established by JECFA. Veterinary drug residues, maximum residue limits (MRLs) in the target animal tissues and milk and eggs are specified by JECFA. Joint expert consultations to assess risk associated with the microbiological contaminations of foods is called GEMRA. It's a response to the request of 22nd session of Codex Alimentarius Commission, which held in 1997. The FAO and WHO related to food safety and microbiological risk assessment, they formed this GEMRA. These activities ensures conditions to meet the Codex Alimentarius and the member countries in the assessment and control of microbiological hazards in the foods. The functions of GEMRA include issuing public calls for experts to participate in its activities, following transparent procedures, issuing public calls for data and encouraging global collection of data, establishing a multidisciplinary approach with the microbiologists, epidemiologists, veterinarians, food scientists, and organizing expert meetings, documenting working procedures, conducting reviews for all the technical papers, and publishing meeting and technical reports. Yep. The JMPR is a FAO-WHO joint meeting on pesticide residues. It's an international expert scientific group administered jointly by FAO and WHO since 1963. This agenda is based on the priority list proposed by Codex Committee on Pesticide Residues. It defines the residue, maximum residue level, MRL, in agricultural goods, good agricultural practices, that is GAPS, standard trial median residue, that is STMR, assessing chronic dietary exposure of residues, and highest residue in edible portion, that is HR. JMPR recommendations are the basis for the establishment of Codex MRLS, which are referenced by WTO under the SPS and TBT agreements for international trade. The functions of JMPR you can see from this pictorial thing. Accept the national registered users of CAP, review the pesticide toxicology, the risk is assessed. Based on that, the codex is set. The maximum residue limit is set by JMPR. The World Trade Organization, it came into being in 1995. It is one of the youngest international organization. WTO is a successor to the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, GATT, which was established in the wake of the Second World War. The WTO is an intergovernmental organization that is concerned with the regulation of international trade between the nations. It officially commenced from 1st January 1995 under the Marrakesh Agreement signed by 124 nations on 15th April 1994, replacing the GATT. It is the largest international economic organizations in the world. The World Trade Organization current chairman is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Founded the organization, as previously mentioned, it was formed in 1st January 1955. Its headquarters is Switzerland. So it is essential for administering the world trade trade agreements. It has a forum for trade negotiations. So it has replaced the GATT agreement. So let us see about the SPS and TBT agreements. The Sanitary and Phytosanitary Measures Agreement. It allows countries to set their own standards, but it also says regulations must be based on science. The member countries are encouraged to use the international standards, guidelines, and recommendations wherever they exist. Sanitary, human and animal health, and phytosanitary, that is plant health, measures apply to domestically produced food or local animal and plant diseases, as well as to the products coming from other countries. Technical barriers to trade. This agreement tries to ensure that regulation standards, testing and certification procedures do not create unnecessary obstacles for trade. It guarantees quality, protects the health and life of human, animal and plants. It protects the environment, and it protects and prevents the consumers, the persons from the fraudulent activities. The main purpose of SPS and TBT agreement, these regulations, the members are free to establish their appropriate levels of protection, but they must be based on scientific proofs on legitimate objectives for technical specifications. The common features include same treatment for national or imported goods, encourage harmonization of SPS measures and technical regulations. There is a concept of equivalence. There is a choice of least restrictive measure or regulation for trade, and there is an obligation of transparency. So this is a short nutshell information of the Codex Alimentarius Commission, WTO, SPS, TBT Agreement, JECFA, GEMRA, and JMPR. I hope it will be useful for your exam. Thank you for listening. Happy learning. Kindly share this to more of your friends. Kindly subscribe to our Pharma Topics channel for further updates. If you like this video, kindly press the like button. Thank you.